Heather, what did you want to say?
Well, from a public health perspective, we can talk about individuals being healthy or unhealthy, but on a population basis, people who carry a lot more weight do have more health problems on average. So there is that issue of a greater risk for...
Wait, what does that say? $60 billion a year? Holy that's like 10 times the amount of food that Australians spend on fast food every year.
I think that people have a blanket idea that all fat people are unhealthy and all fat people are unfit and all fat people are miserable, whereas we are not one person, we are a group of individuals, and each individual has their own relationship to their health and their bodies. I have an incredibly engaged physical activity, and I'm the size that I am.
When I first looked at this video on YouTube, I noticed in the comments that the people were saying that her name shouldn't be Kelly Drinkwater, but it really should be Kelly Drink Cola. Never change, internet. Never change. And again, is she saying that being fat doesn't mean you're unhealthy?
It's not just exercise, though, that creates a healthy body. It's food. And I think from a perspective, healthy is hugely important with life, with the way we think. Certain foods that I eat make me tired. For my children, we have 4 children, 3 of them are under 2.5. So the foods that I eat every day and that we give to our children every day are so important for their behaviour, for everything.
Thank you, Lord. There is some hope left for humankind.
I've tried Jenny Craig, I've tried Light and Easy, and I've tried Weight Watchers, as well as, there was another one that I've tried, but I can't remember. So I've tried about 4 or 5 different weight loss programs.
And how'd you go?
Well, with Weight Watchers, I really did like it, but the thing that I found hard was the motivation aspect. So trying to feel motivated to count the points every single day. That's the thing that I struggled with. But then I think the thing with Jenny Craig and Light and Easy is that unfortunately what happens is you will start the program, you'll get food delivered to you, but then what happens when you stop those programs?
To trim the fat away from her answer, she's basically saying that the diets did work, but she found them hard to continue with. It wasn't because of some point system or that the program stopped sending food to you. It was you. You were the problem.
What were you eating? What are you eating?
I will admit that my portion sizes are quite big, and I'm trying to eat a smaller portion because they say, for example, you should have like a handful or 1 cup of rice, whereas I think I tend to eat a bit more. Like 2 or 3 times more because my mom's food is really delicious. So
okay.
Why is everyone laughing?
Okay. Why is it only the women speaking up about this when we know that men are more inclined to be overweight and obese? Yep.
Yeah, well, I was a lot bigger than I am now. I was 280. And I'm now
280 kilos.
Yeah, I'm 110, and I did it. Well, I did it by counting calories and doing as much exercise as I could. But that's my journey, and so I don't judge other people at all.
This guy seems socially awkward, but he's actually a legend for going down from 280 kilos to 110 kilos by doing it the hard way, and not just by getting some liposuction or a gastric band.
Louise, you're a psychologist. You specialise in eating issues and body image. Describe your clients for us. How do they see themselves when they get to the point where they come to you?
Very distressed about their bodies and very upset and frustrated with this continuous cycle of dieting and then regaining the weight. And basically the evidence is just in that diets don't work. Dieting, within 5 years, most people have regained the weight. The failure rate for dieting is so high that if a diet was an operation, no one would go and have it.
Her argument on this is so focused on the method rather than the person that it's kind of ironic given that she's a clinical psychologist and she's meant to be dealing with people on a day-to-day basis. What she's saying is equivalent to her arguing that no one should be studying after school because so many students are still failing their subjects, but doesn't realise that these kids are failing those subjects because they're not studying after school and are really too busy watching Love Island Australia on YouTube.
Put your back into it.
The cheese is really melted. Our pizza was better than anyone else's and we're better than everybody and we're hotter than everybody and we're cleaner than everybody.
Not me.
And that's all I got to say.
Also yes, to an extent, the method or tool that you use does have some form of importance to how much it can help you. For example, not everyone learns the same way. But there are literally tens of hundreds of different ways you can study or diet to the point where it's statistically unlikely that you will find one that doesn't work for you.
And there's a whole industry out there that supports dieting, that supports weight loss programs, and yet, as just mentioned, the long-term effectiveness is very, very small. So we should be advocating much more health at any weight and really focusing on healthy food and activity and actually getting on with other people and social interaction, because that's what's going to make our society healthier in the long run.
Is this person trying to imply that dieting doesn't mean eating healthy? People that are doing these programs aren't on some McDonald's weight loss program where they just eat whatever they had before, but just less of it. Yeah, I used to have like 5 double quarter pounders a day, but now thanks to the McSlim weight loss program, I'm down to 3, and I feel fantastic. You're literally a public health advocate, and you're advocating for this idea of healthy at any weight. By that logic, a person more than 300 kilograms can still be healthy.
I wash myself with a rag on a stick.
Also, even if you're just eating healthy food, you can still get fat if you overeat above your maintenance calorie intake. But you don't just remain healthy because you're continuing to eat healthy food. Yeah, but like people say you are what you eat, and I only eat healthy food, so that must mean like I'm totally healthy.
That's right. And I think, the message that's not getting out is that we actually don't need to lose weight to become healthy.
Fake news. It's fake, phony, fake.
I think we need to be focusing much more on health behaviours and helping people to have self-care and movement for the joy of it, as opposed to kind of getting calories in, calories out. We really need to shift the messages.
Gentlemen, this is Democracy Manifest.